I want to talk a little bit about Jeffrey Dahmer. Welcome back to the Uncensored Diary. I'm your host, Andrea Naylor, and I am so excited to be here today. I decided to go ahead and do a second video because I just want to get some messages out. And I missed last Monday. Before we get started, I want to let you guys know that I appreciate you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for watching my videos and being here with me. It truly means everything to me. I do know that trying to build something, have something, create something, it can be hard. It can be discouraging. It can sometimes make you feel like, what am I doing? You know, is somebody gonna, excuse me, is anybody gonna care about what I'm doing? Is anybody gonna watch me? Some of you may come back, some of you may not. And I hope that everyone comes back to continue to watch my videos, to see myself grow and to see you grow as a person because of you receiving my messages. I also want to just make a difference. And I always say that in every single video because that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I want to do. I know I'm only one person, but that's okay. Because the people who watch these videos and the ones that receive the messages, because they are open. They're ready. They want to change. They want to understand life better. Because life is hard to understand, right? Especially if you're a closed off type mind person and you don't really open up to new things and you're like, oh, life's just gonna be life. Okay. It's way deeper than that. And I also know that I was talking about childhood. I might talk about a little bit throughout certain videos. And that's okay because we're talking about life. And life is what we talk about and what we do every day. So I'm going to talk about whatever comes to my mind. Whatever I feel that I want to share is what I'm going to talk about. Right? Yeah. And I'm getting more comfortable, as you can see. I'm getting more comfortable with this because I'm home. I'm in my she shed. I'm just going to be present. I'm going to be here. And I'm talking to you guys like I'm talking to a friend. Because y'all my friends. Y'all my YouTube family friends. And yeah, that's how I'm going to see it. And I love to talk. I love to just share what I have on my heart. I really do. So I want to talk a little bit about mental health. Mental health is going to be something that I'm going to be checking in at times. I'm going to bring up, I'm going to talk about in different episodes. Who knows? Because mental health mental health is something serious. And we all don't see it as serious. I want to talk about something real quick because I want you guys to comment down below and tell me if you think how I'm thinking or if you're that person that's like, oh no, I don't believe in that stuff. Oh, I don't see it like that. And that's okay. Maybe one day you will. Maybe one day you never won't. And that's okay. That's my favorite thing to say. That's okay. So with mental health, my God, when your family, your parents, your grandmother, whoever that told you when you were younger, keep your mental in check. You keep that mind healthy. And when you're young, you're like, what? Keep your mind healthy. The older you get, the more you understand. And that mental is important because without that mental, you have nothing. When that mental is tapped a little bit and got destroyed a little bit, you destroyed a little bit and you're going to see a difference in your life. Who think that you're born with a very bad mental disease, mental disorder, mental health issue, whatever you want to call it? Who really truly believe that you were born with it? Or do you feel that it can happen throughout your life too? It can. I'm the type of person that feels that mental health is something that you're born with. It's something that is already planted already something that is there in your life. And it's up to your parents to see that mental illness, to fix it. I'm not even going to say fix it because I don't even know if it's something you can fix, but it's something that you can balance out and you can help that person by seeking help for them. Yes. Because a lot of people like, he was a serial killer. He was this, he was that. Yes, he was. But guess what? He was that person in my mind, in my heart, that felt that Jeffrey Dahmer was the person that was born with that mental illness. Because when he was talking about certain things in his documentary, well, when they were showing different clips and things about him in his life when he was young, and how they were saying that, oh, it's nothing wrong with my son, it's nothing wrong with him, he's just being a kid. We need to stop saying that. Because if your child is doing something that is not right, that don't look like it's something that is okay, you need to seek help for that. And not thinking that everything is okay, because it's not. Because if his parents would have taken it more serious, they would have stopped him for so many things he's done in his life. Because he went to his parents, he told them about it, but they didn't listen. They said it was nothing wrong with their child. Now he done killed so many people and doing the most. Because mental illness is real. It is serious. And it's something that some people are really born with. And it's something that some people can't even help. I don't care what nobody says or think. I'm telling you my opinion. I'm telling you things that I feel in my heart when it comes to this illness. It's an illness that nobody can control. Because when you have an illness that you have untreated or that you are aware of but you feel ashamed about, you don't need to feel ashamed about that. Because we all have some kind of mental illness, just a little bit. We all deal with something that it makes us feel uneasy. It makes you feel uncomfortable. I know it's a lot of us that probably felt something that was like, man, why did I feel this way? Why am I thinking this way? We all done thought about something that was crazy. You don't have to speak on it. You don't have to talk about it. But we all know. Because we're human. We all have some type of chemical imbalance that is not correct. And that's the point. It was a time when I was young and I was always feeling things. And I was like, why do I feel this way? It was so many things I was fighting. So many things I was just trying to understand. You go to your family. Oh, you just a kid. You're just going through something. I'm not saying I'm a Jeffrey Dahmer. No. But it do be things that you do fight throughout your childhood life and as your adult life. Because mental illness is real. And when you stress, when you go through so many traumatic experiences in your life, that's another way of getting mental illness. But when you have that killing spirit and you have that touching spirit, when you have that anything that is so inappropriate, something that would destroy someone else's life, is something that a person was born with. I'm sorry, y'all. I got confused with what I was trying to say. Something that a person was born with. If you agree with me, comment down below. Tell me you agree. I promise you. Sometimes people may not even want to be this person. But when it's planted, when stuff is planted into you, because it's a cycle. It's something that is in your family. Something that you guys try to break and try to remove, and it's hard to do it because that main source is no longer here. So you think, what can I do? How can I break this? and you don't have no idea what to do. You suffer throughout your life. People look at you like you're crazy. But a lot of people go through these things and they don't want to be this person. But it's planted. I don't know if this flew past you, but it's planted. And some people are really born with these things that they don't want. And they fight throughout their lives until they're no longer here. Because either they committed suicide or somebody killed them in prison, or they still here and just fighting and haven't got caught. Mental illness is serious. And I really do want everybody and myself to stay healthy, balanced, and keep that mind right. And if it's something that you are suffering with, something that bothers you at times, and you are that person that understands exactly where I'm coming from, seek help. And get on some medication if you need it. I'm against medication at the same time if it's going to help you to balance you out, to be able to have a life, and to be able to help you to not go through those episodes of something that is going to destroy your life forever. Just seek help. I never knew anything about anxiety, anxious, depression, any of those things. But guess what? That's another thing that we all deal with. It's another thing that we all suffer with because we are born with those things. And sometimes people end up having those issues because of throughout life. You might have been a person who was really blessed not to suffer with that illness at a young age, and it happened throughout your life. And some people just get attacked for something that they can't even control. You can look at me at my video and look at me and say, she crazy, she don't know what she's talking about. That's okay. It's my opinion. Hell, it might be a fact. But I'm just trying to share what I feel and what I think. Because every time I watch videos that have a crime video, documentaries, all of those things, it's people that suffered. It's people that was seeking for help, but people was looking at them like they were crazy because they are crazy, but it's something that they can't help. It's something that they can't help. And that's the truth. It is the truth. It's really what I feel in my heart. So even though I don't think that when people murder someone else, or when people do the craziest things in their lives, do I feel that it's okay? I do not. It is not okay. But when it's something that you can't control and something that is just in you, that's a hard one. It's a hard one. But taking somebody's life because of you being jealous, because of you being selfish, or because you don't want another person to have the person you was with, or stuff in that area, that's just crazy. You just selfish. You just don't care. You have low self-esteem. You need to figure out who you are and how to be better. That have nothing to do with mental illness when you just doing crazy, not giving type of vibe person. But with people that really struggle with mental illness, it's something that we need to understand, that at the end of the day, you may not think what I'm about to say is okay. But when people really have that illness and it's really like bothering them very bad and they suffering, everything that these people do is not right. It is completely wrong. Because if anybody do something to another person, even if they didn't want to, but it's something that is in that mind, and it's another voice that's talking to you or that's making you do things, that stuff is real. What is called schizophrenic. I can't say it right. Schizophrenic. If I said it wrong, please forgive me. But that stuff is real. When people hear voices and all of that stuff, that is illness that people were born with that they can't control, that they try to control, that they take medication for because their parents saw it when they was young, how they were suffering and going through so many things. So when people start going on a killing spree, and when people start just going crazy and their mental is all over the place and people looking at them like, this is crazy. But at the end of the day, they can't help it. And that's the sad part about it. So please believe in mental illness. Please believe that people do suffer and they really suffer, and not because of stressful life and you experience something that done gave you PTSD, or, that stuff matters, yes. But at least you're not the one that have to go through the real mental illness disease that attacks their lives every day. Then people look at them like they're monsters. Research more, understand more, and just do better when it comes to mental illness. So you can protect yourself, your kids' lives, your lives, and just your health and overall. Because mental illness is serious. I just wanted to come on and say that real quick because we don't take mental illness. We don't take it like it's serious. We take it as a joke. And you see it every single day when these people talking to themselves. These people are like, they done lost it. Even a loved one, a close person that's in your life, or a friend, anybody, and you saw them as a normal person with no illness, no problems, and then months later, you like, damn, what happened? Either they were suffering through that thing for so many years and was born with it, or something just happened. And people don't feel comfortable talking about it because people they judgmental. People judge. People think that everything is a joke. People put nothing that's serious. But let's put mental illness as a serious thing that we go through in our lives, and we need to seek more help for it. And not letting it get out of control, and you need to control it. Because when it's not treated, it's when it get worse. And you become that monster that you don't want to become. But when I tell you, when people do the touching and doing all that extra crazy stuff, it was planted. And it's somebody in your family who have that strong spirit on them. And it done cycled in. And it cycled into your family. And if it didn't, if you are that person, you haven't spoken on it, just know, like they say, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. One of them kids or somebody else in that cycle, in that circle, is touching. It's bothering. They're having those issues. So you need to talk to your people. You need to make sure people's mental illness and mental health is in check. And if a person say, or your kids feel, or do certain things that you feel like is not right, seek help for them and take it serious. But again, I'm your host, Andrea Naylor, with the Uncensored Diary, and I just wanted to speak to you guys about mental health, just to share a little bit of my knowledge on it. And I will see you guys next time.